Yes. There are critical issues that we need to understand about this baptism that have been mentioned and what we have said. Right from the beginning, everything that uh, was mentioned. We started by looking into acronyms, Baptists. And the first one that is very, very important, B, is what we considered last time. We did the revision, don't we, when this teaching was starting. And that is the key problem of many of we Baptists. So many Baptists, I'm talking of people that will be claiming that they are saved. They behave as if they are fatherless. That's the major problem that is making us to doubt everything. And that is the essence of this theme for this month. Our inheritance. We have an inheritance. We have principle. We have fathers. We have origin. We have what we are following. It is in Baptist that a member of Baptist, a member of a church, we say that no, they may be saying that we may not do that. They are doing that. I don't need to do it. Like what Dr. Lale said, that is baptism going to take me to heaven? It's a Baptist member that we say that, and we need to change. He said in Redeem, not only in Redeem. That is just it. If you are not baptized by Baptists, you are not entitled to handle meaningful office in the Baptist. But because other Baptists will be saying that ó ti pẹ́ ní church, ṣé dandan ni kó ṣe yẹn náà ni. That is the way we understand the heritage. Our heritage is that baptism must be by two major things: by immersion, and it must be a believer's baptism, as what we emphasized. Some people baptized by sprinkling. Some people baptized by marking. Some people, when you just join them. I was a Baptist pastor, but I wanted to learn about other denominations. When I was in the seminary, I went to Winners Chapel. We new members, people that were joining the church, they said it was not even about whether you are saved or not. Oh, we have to be baptized. So we have to be baptized before we can become a member of the church. We met a lot like that. Some people may be CAC, they may be one Pentecostal church or another church, and they felt that they want to come to a seminary. And they come to a seminary. There are two ways they train people. They train people that come from other denominations to be trained with us, as I was also one of my education from Equa. They train me for Baptist. But we have some of them, they will come like that from Redeem, from other denominations, CAC, things like that, that they come to a seminary, and then they are passing through a seminary, they want to be pastoring Baptist church. So they have to be baptized by Baptists. They have to pass through all our system. They need to know our royal ambassadors. They need to know our GA, our all these things. People like that didn't pass through those things, they are the ones that are killing our royal ambassadors, our GA, our leader, and things like that. Because they say, what is the meaning of that? Youth is youth. Where they were coming from is only youth. Youth is youth. What do you mean by that? What is BSF? What is this? We have a case like that is still ongoing. So a church has a pattern. We are not doing baptism because we are Baptists. They nickname them that they were baptizing. They were baptizing, they having believer baptism. They were calling them people of change believers, people of change baptism. And they took that name. It's not because you have to be baptized because you are a Baptist, you are attending Baptist church. No. because the Bible said it, because the Bible teaches it, as we have had today. The Bible commanded it. He that believed and is baptized shall be saved. You are saved by believing in Jesus. When you give your life to Jesus, you are saved. And your name is written in the book of life. But when you have the opportunity to be baptized and you are not baptized, there are some benefits that you will enjoy. You will not be condemned. But there are some benefits that you not enjoy. Many of us are not enjoying certain benefits of the kingdom, part of our inheritance, because of areas of disobedience. There are some areas of disobedience. It is not a sin if you are not baptized, because being baptized alone cannot save you. Being immersed in water alone cannot save you. And if you are not baptized, that doesn't mean that you are not going to make heaven. We should establish that. No. But if you are attending a church where they teaches it, they teach it, they emphasize it, they encourage it, that you have to be baptized, and there is a spirit in you that is just standing against it. You are just standing against it. That one has turned to rebellion. The attitude, your reason for not being baptized might not be what may disqualify you from making heaven. Your attitude, your action, your disposition might be the reason. Because somebody may even stand against it and be criticizing as if the Bible did not teach it. Because we have some people that are not attending a church where they emphasize it. You can be in a church that a whole year they may not do anything about baptism. They may not encourage it. So that does not say that you are going to be condemned. You are not going to make heaven. That is not your own problem. But they are denying, if there is any church they are doing that, they are denying people of some benefits. You know, some people might have victory over certain sin if they believe and they are baptized. Some yoke of sin will be broken. In fact, some will be healed. Physical sickness, some skin disease will be healed for some people when they enter. And some people, they begin to grow in faith. Of fact, baptism alone cannot save you. That is the truth. That is the Bible. You don't need to cover that. And if you are not baptized, you are saved, you are not baptized. That does not say you are not. You know, even that Bible passage, it is an act of obedience. It is an act of walking in righteousness. It is an act of fulfilling God's purpose. That is why you need to be baptized. And that is not the only one. There are other biblical injunctions. Do you know even this communion service, the second part of this one? You know, when you are talking of the T's in the Baptist acronyms, you talk of two ordinances. Baptism and what? Lord's Supper. Do you know we see how some people that are baptized that may be just saying that must I eat Lord's Supper? What the essence? No, what is the spirit that is making you to stand against it? That is the problem. That is the problem. And that is why we are having so many challenges in the church. You know, when people are disobeying the word of God, when you are teaching other things, when you are saying other things, they will say that is your own. The pastor is just saying his own. The church is just teaching his own. And I can do my own. So people of God, we need to know it is a standard. When you leave a Baptist church, you go to any church, your baptism, it has been a member, a way of becoming a member of a local church. That is the contemporary understanding of so many people. But we Baptists that are doing it, or other churches, they may know why they are doing it. It is a way of becoming a member of a local church, local denomination. So your Baptist is limited to your Baptist. Your baptism, yes, is limited to your Baptist church. Though you can use it in any other Baptist or any other convention anywhere, but it's limited. Like our offices, somebody that is a pastor in Winner cannot just come and join Baptist and say he's a pastor. Likewise, Baptist pastor maybe a reverend doctor, maybe anything. You cannot go to Winner or go to Redeem or go to CAC and say, I'm a pastor. And then I want to be pastoring your church. No. So our deacons are limited. All the offices because of all these things. So don't just, many of us are misusing it. And that is now affecting us. So our heritage, our inheritance, as we have been taught today, let us work it out. If you are not here this evening, you have not been baptized, you have not experienced believer's baptism in a Baptist church, and a member of a local church, this teaching is calling you that you need to re-enroll. And you are blessed in this church. The class is always ongoing. The class for baptism. So this teaching need to challenge you. This teaching need to encourage you to now submit yourself for believers' baptism. If there's anybody in the house, you are only saying that I'm born again, I'm a Christian, I am without one saved. If you now walk in obedience, if you obey the Lord has sent his servant to us this evening, and you have heard the word, the next thing you need to do is to take the step. Then number 2 call that has come from this teaching is that if you are not born again at all, your own case is not just baptism. If you have not given your life to Jesus, you know yourself. You are coming to church. You know the memory verse that was read, that now that you have been baptized, you have been buried with Christ, you now need to live